What's up, guys? It's your boy Sealite here, and today I'm going to be telling you all the story about how I accidentally caught my favorite shiny legendary Pokemon. Now, I've never been the biggest shiny hunter. I didn't even try shiny hunting until I first played Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and that was well into my Pokemon journey of playing Pokemon games. I'd played plenty by that point, but I'd never really tried shiny hunting. I did a little bit in that game and then kind of took a break from it, and I didn't really get back into shiny hunting until Scarlet and Violet, and that's when I started doing a couple here and there for certain Pokemon that I liked, especially with like the DLC and some of the starters. And then that kind of got me to do a little bit more with Legends Arceus, which I had bought previously. I had never really touched the shiny hunting scene of it, so it got me to go into that for shiny hunting. But again, never the biggest shiny hunter. So fast forward to this summer, I was getting back into competitive battling on a completely unrelated note to shiny hunting. And anybody who plays competitive battling in Scarlet and Violet knows that there is one top dog that you got to have on your team, or rather, one top horse, and that is Calyrex. And the only way to get Calyrex is if you have the DLC of Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Now, I'm going to go ahead and expose myself real quick. Whenever I played Pokemon Sword and Shield to begin with, I only played the base game. I never bought the DLC until this summer because I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I have a little bit of summer off. Let's go ahead and play this portion of the game that I never played. So I went ahead and copped the DLC, got it, played through the first part, and then I got to the second part, which is obviously the Crown Tundra. And my goal was obviously I want to get Calyrex. So I was going through it, and then I accidentally stumbled upon Dynamax Adventures. Now, for those of you who don't know what Dynamax Adventures is, it is a portion of the game where you get to do basically four max raid battles back to back, and the fourth one is always guaranteed to be a legendary. And this mode has tons of legendaries. It also has some Ultra Beasts that span from Gen 1 all the way up through Gen 7. And they're all present in Gen 8's Pokemon Sword and Shield. So you have the opportunity to not just catch these legendaries, but they actually have very high shiny odds. Without the shiny charm, you have a 1 out of 300 chance of getting a shiny per each of the four raid battles. So not only are you technically hunting for shiny legendaries, you're actually had the chance to get regular shiny Pokemon as well. And so that was really cool to me because I never even knew about that. But what was even more interesting is that if you have the shiny charm in Pokemon Sword and Shield by completing the Pokedex of the base game, your shiny chances for getting a shiny legendary go up to 1 in 100. Now, to put that into perspective, the base chances of getting a shiny Pokemon in some of the older games, like we're talking about Platinum and like Black and White, was like 1 in 8,000. So 1 in 100 is insane. Like that means because you're doing four max raid battles per Dynamax adventure, you have a 1 in 25 chance of getting a shiny, period, which is insane odds. So when I heard about that, I got 100% sidetracked. And I wasn't even trying to like necessarily get a shiny. I just wanted to catch some of my favorite legendaries on the Switch. So I started doing a hunt and I wanted to find Rayquaza because basically you don't get to pick the Pokemon that you're going to find at the end. If you discover it, you can save it down as a note and then you can find it later. But to begin with, you can't just be like, okay, I want to hunt Rayquaza. So if you just do a couple random hunts, you can eventually find that. So I was looking for Rayquaza and I was doing a hunt where I randomly saw a psychic reaction at the end of the den. I played through it, it was Mewtwo, and I was like, okay, whatever, like I'll just beat this and move on to the next. I catch the Mewtwo, and when it goes to the display screen, the Mewtwo is shiny. Like, I literally was not even trying to catch a Mewtwo, much less a shiny Mewtwo. I literally just accidentally stumbled upon a shiny Mewtwo. That is literally my first shiny legendary I've ever gotten by complete accident. Like, I wasn't even trying to do that. It literally just happened out of nowhere. So I was like, okay. So, like, on one shot, I got shiny Mewtwo. Insane. And so I was like, still looking for the Rayquaza. And eventually, like, a few hunts later, I found a Rayquaza. And so I was like, if I got a shiny Mewtwo like accidentally, dude, I could totally get shiny Rayquaza, which is one of the coolest shinies in the entire franchise. So I was like, all right, let me do a hunt or two. So the first day, like I did like one or two hunts, and like took like 15 minutes maybe, and then I had to hop off, and then like I did one more like later that day, and then the next day, like I loaded up my Switch, went and did one Dynamax adventure, and boom, fourth attempt, shiny Rayquaza literally out of nowhere. Like your boy was just trying to get into competitive battling again. Okay, I was not trying to catch any shiny legendaries. I was not trying to do any of that. And out of nowhere, I literally got two of my favorite shiny Pokemon ever. Like I've always thought that the green Mewtwo and the black Rayquaza are literally the coolest things ever. And out of nowhere, I just got them. And so I don't know. Like it was just a crazy experience because like back to back. In like the span of a week, I got two of the coolest shiny legendaries, and it literally wasn't even on my bucket list. In fact, I got so sidetracked by Dynamax Adventures after that I didn't even end up catching Calyrex. I bought the whole DLC and I've been spamming Dynamax Adventures. I didn't even get to the point of catching Calyrex yet because I've been having so much fun with that. So I'm sure many of you by now know what Dynamax Adventures is, but if you don't and you've never bought the DLC of Sword and Shield, like even to this day, like dude, buy it. Like you could end up getting one of your coolest, most favorite shiny legendaries out of literally nowhere. But yeah, I kind of wanted to just hop on here and share that funny story because like I could not believe that I got my favorite shiny legendaries without even trying. Like usually that takes so many soft resets that I just do not have the patience for. And like attempt number one for Mewtwo and attempt number four for Rayquaza, I literally got them out of nowhere. So yeah, if you are looking for something to fill your time with, or maybe not even fill your time with, you might even get it on try number one. Go ahead and cop yourself a shiny legendary through Dynamax Adventures, and I'm sure you'll have a great time. But yeah, that's it for me. I just wanted to share that story on here. It's been your voice, Eli. I'll see y'all next time.